welcome back to Science with Miss Pearson. I am so excited for science today because we are going to continue to talk about light. So let's get started. Last time, we brought up these different questions that we're going to be answering throughout our light unit. We're going to be answering questions like, what are shadows? And how do I make something dark? Last time we met, we answered this question, what happens when I light something? We got to explore what happened when I took my flashlight and shined it on some objects, and then you drew a picture of what you observed. Today, we're going to answer this question. What are sources of light? Show me silent excitement if you remember what that word source means. What does source mean? Regress. The word source is where something comes from. So if I'm asking you what a light source is or where a source of light is, I'm asking where the light is coming from. We got to play with one light source last time. We used a flashlight. A flashlight is a light source because it's something where light comes from. We're going to watch this video from Kids Academy and we're going to learn about other kinds of light sources. Make sure your eyes are tracking the screen and listen carefully so that you can learn what other kinds of light sources there are in our world. Let's start watching.
Welcome to Kids Academy.
Oh, you know it's up here somewhere.
Can you turn the light on? Ah, that's better. Here it is. It's much easier to find things now that the light's on.
What is light?
That's a really good question. What is light?
Light is made up of waves. These waves travel from light sources, bounce off of objects, and come to our eyes, allowing us to see things. Light sources come in all shapes and sizes. Little lights like this one help light up streets. Big lights help light up stadiums. Some lights help light up screens. Light like this comes from a flame.
Sources of light are all around us. Very rarely do we find ourselves in a completely dark situation. Me being outside right now, my main source of light is the sun. So let's go ahead and see what happens if I turn that off. Even without the sunlight, you can probably still see me. There are a lot of other sources of light besides the sunlight. We have electric lights, like lights in your house, on your tablet or your computer, and those light up things at nighttime. So let's go ahead and shut those off now. Now you still may be able to dimly see me, but most of our light sources have been turned off. But as we know, when we go for a walk at night, there's one more big source of light, and that's the moon. The moon actually reflects the sunlight onto us. So let's go ahead and turn that off now. Now there's one last source of light, and those are the stars. So let's see if we turn those off. Now I've turned off all the sources of light. It should be completely black. Black is the absolute absence of light. If there's no sources of light, you're not going to be able to see anything. Let's go ahead and turn all those back on. Hey, welcome back. Now that the light's back on, it can come down from the sun, bounce off me, and be collected by the camera. That's how we see things.
Light comes from a light source. That source could be the sun, a lamp, or even a fire. It travels in waves from the source until it bounces off an object. When that light meets our eye, it allows us to see things. If there is no source of light, we see black. That's pretty neat.
Okay, Polly, we got our game, we got our light source. Now, let's play. We'll see you folks next time.
Bye, everyone.
Wow, scholars, I heard so many different kinds of light sources in that Kids Academy video. Touch your nose if you can name another light source. Beautiful, so many scientists learning something new today. We already know a flashlight is one of the sources of light. We learned that last time. Name some other sources of light that were mentioned in the video. Go ahead. So smart. I'm hearing lots of different sources of light from you scholars. I heard some scholars mention the sun, or the moon, or the stars, or fire. I also heard some scholars mention things like a lamp, or stadium lights, or a flashlight, as we already mentioned. The sun, the moon, the stars, and fire are forms of natural light. And stuff like lamps, stadium lights, and flashlights are forms of artificial light. Natural light is light that is found in nature. So the sun is from nature, the stars are from nature, so those are forms of natural light. Artificial light is light that is made by humans. So humans made lamps. Humans created flashlights. So those are forms of artificial light. Now that we've thought about different kinds of light sources, let's compare them. Let's think about similarities and differences between two different light sources. I bet you remember what similarities and differences means from our last unit. We know that similarity means something that is the same between two or more objects, while differences mean something that is not the same between two or more objects. So after you finish this video, head back on Seesaw and click on our activity. The directions for our activity are: press the microphone, this button right here, and record yourself saying one similarity and one difference between these two light sources. On the picture on your screen, you can see that one of our light sources is a street light. This light right here, you see it's a light source because it's creating light that lights up the street. The other light source that I want you to compare with this street light is the sun. The sun's in the sky, and you can see here, it's what's causing us to be able to see the street. It's what's lighting up the street. So I want you to name one similarity and one difference between a street light and the sun. You might think, is one light source brighter than the other? Is that a difference between them? Is one an artificial light when one is a natural light? Is that a difference between the other? Do they both have the same purpose of lighting up the street? Is that a similarity between them? Think about one similarity and one difference between these two light sources. After you finish recording yourself saying that similarity and difference, press the green check in the corner to submit your work. I can't wait to hear what you come up with, scientists. I'll see you next time. Bye.